We've got lots of different computer systems with lots of different information about everything in our business, and we wanted something that would bring all that information together. And we've also got sensors in properties that will collect damp and mould data, fuel poverty data, and it was how we can join those two things together. So that's the project. We're putting extra sensors into properties, and then we're getting all the information we've got about the property and the person and bringing it all into one place to give us a holistic view of a tenancy of a person. How can we help them? What support can we put in place? For us as an organisation, it will save a lot of time. So that time saved means we can spend more time out and about in the community, engaging with people more. For the tenant, it's around the education of just something as simple as the humidity's high in your house, open a window. And it sends somebody a message to tell them to do that. So we want to have all this information that we've got on a property and a tenant and bring it all into the one place to make sure the properties are safe, secure, warm, making sure that people are safe in their environment.
So we're really happy to be involved in this project, and just in terms of bringing better tenant engagement and in terms of making our homes better for the tenants that live in them. And the other thing, I suppose, that brings this project to life for us is in terms of providing us with real-time data. As a board, we have to make strategic decisions that affect the business, and we want to make those based on evidence rather than assumptions or past behaviour. So that's a really interesting part of this project and why we're really happy to support it. The ability to have those decisions made on real-time data is the possibilities are endless, and where this goes, we don't know really. So I suppose that's the really interesting thing, is that we're probably starting out at a new frontier really for housing associations.
Housing's always been risk averse, and especially haven't really embraced technology. And now these new technologies are coming out, and with the sensors and stuff, they will all work in isolation. And rather than compartmentalise all this data, it'd be really interesting to see if we can actually pool all this data together and what we can actually do with that data once we've pooled it. So it's just literally a hub to gather the data. It's all sent to us in real time. There's a dongle for the internet, so there's an internet connection, and then it's just simply the sensors on all the windows. Basically, we're going to start being proactive with this information. If we can make a difference within the organisation. The more information we get, the more that we can proactively go out to the tenant, and actually, if they're late with their rent one day, rather than making the phone call, it could actually be a simple message that comes through the application that says, is everything okay? Or they can, when the gas safety check is due, that we can actually send them the appointments and say, look, in 7 days your gas certificate's expired, do you want to make an appointment? So it actually makes the organisation more efficient in the way they can connect with the tenant.
So when it was all set, and I thought, I'm going to see if this really works. So I put a pot on the gas and I boiled it till the steam was rising, and then I got a wee message saying, open a window, and I kept watching the monitor to see. And then I thought, right, I'll open the window. So I've got into a wee bit of habit of that, because with that wee damp bit, it hasn't got any worse, And plus the information about dampness and mould and spores, all these wee bad things that can get into your lungs. So it's a bad habit, drying my clothes over a radiator. So I thought the shower would be bad and the cooking would be bad, but even that obviously created moist in the air, so I've actually got my daughter to order me a clothes horse, an electric clothes horse, and it's got a cover over it, and it's only 14 pence an hour, and it dries your clothes.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Glasgow City Region and DSIT for the funding. I'd like to thank the 10 residents who've been involved. They've been absolutely amazing. Craigdale Housing and the board who have been able to support me through this whole process, and AGS and with their Unity sensors who have given us a brilliant product to work with.